Thank you to Spinsters Just Want to Have Fun, who sent us this story. It's an old story, but I thought it was worthwhile here. You know, we talk about the Nephilim penguins, so might as well. This is.
You're gonna hit the Antarctica jingle?
Which one should I? Okay, I'll hit one, and then we got more to hit later.
So a new discovery: Antarctica.
Penguins. This is a video. This is GuinnessWorldRecords.com, so the official website. Video. The penguin-shaped robot that skipped into the record books. Now, again, this was published back in November of 2017, so it's been a while. But worth noting here, robots are not traditionally known for their skipping ability. However, one penguin-shaped robot has changed that with a new Guinness World Records title. Skipping is one of the oldest and best-loved playground pursuits, with kids doing it all over the world, along with many adults who use it as a fun yet simple way to help keep fit. Now, jumpin'. Built at the National Institute of Technology, Nara College in Chiba, Japan, has entered the record books with its own skipping record. And it shows a picture of these scientists guys from Japan there, and they all have a cute little robot tattooed on their cheek, except one guy has, what is that word here? I'm trying to... I don't know what that word is. He's got a word... painted on his forehead, so I don't know what that means. The small electronic being has set a new world record for most skips by a robot in 1 minute.
Wow.
In an attempt at the RoboCon event organized by Japanese broadcaster NHK and near Tokyo. And there's a video here. I don't know, do you want to check out the video or see if it's worth at least taking a peek?
Well, we've made it this far.
Well, it's got a slow motion thing of, let's see if there's any sound associated with this. Okay, so we're going. Two guys are jump roping and the robot is jumping. That's impressive, Basil.
This is incredible. We're doomed. This is not skipping.
It's jump roping.
A jump roping penguin.
I don't know why it's skipping.
I think I get the point. I mean, they do call it skipping rope in some places.
Ah, okay. Yeah, maybe it's a translation thing.
Wow. I mean, this got this little penguin in the Guinness Book of World Records. Surely we can figure something out, Gonz.
I know. I was going to say that our attempts have been futile so far, but maybe we get some inspiration from the robot penguin.
Yeah, my goodness. Well, it does combine more than one of sort of humanity's most dangerous threats looming.
Yeah.
Robots and Nephilim penguins. Unfortunately, Nephilim penguins have not gotten the attention that they have in the past. But robot Nephilim penguins really are sort of the next level of, I mean, again, 5-alarm fire threat that we need to look out for. And ones that can jump rope like this, God help us.
It's cold, Basil. It's cold. Antarctica, go burn. It's snowstorm. Antarctica. Ice scientists are penguins. Antarctica, they're opening the abyss.
Yep.
Okay. You ready to check in with some ice?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And this one, by the way, I had this in here. It's not the most interesting story, but there's an aspect to it that it's in the headline that I thought would be interesting for us to sort of tap into.
Sure. Well, I mean, I found some interesting things. And this is about the science of Antarctic ice. I think there's some interesting takes.
Yeah.
This is coming from SciTech Daily. The headline, Breakup at Land Glacier. Old sea ice crumbled away off the coast of Antarctica's Marie Byrd Island. B-Y-R-D, like Admiral Byrd.
It's,
perhaps.
It actually is, yeah.
Indeed. Sea ice around Antarctica started to regrow after reaching the lowest extent ever observed.
Yeah, stuff's happening quick over there.
Yeah, satellite record in late February 2022. But on That was like a week ago.
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
I guess
Stuff
that was a month
quick.
ago. Yeah, it's a month ago. Okay, so we lost all that ice we talked about, and now it's growing back. But on local scales, this transition from melting to freezing can display nuance. For example, near Land Glacier in West Antarctica, an area of old sea ice broke up as new ice formed in March. Around the same time, part of the glacier's ice tongue crumbled away. Oh no. Gonz, will you find the Antarctic territorial map again?
Yep. Actually, I think I have it.
I want to know whose territory this glacier is.
I actually looked it up.
Land Glacier.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the southwestern part, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yes.
Keep reading. I actually did pull this up earlier so I can find it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually going to skip a paragraph or two here, but
Sure.
It goes like this. The February image displays a this is satellite image, vast expanse of sea ice fastened to the edge of the coastline and to the Land Glacier's ice tongue and icebergs. Lowe explained that this fast ice often has a symbiotic relationship with glaciers and icebergs. Quote, the glaciers and grounded bergs allow sea ice to accumulate and fast in a stable fashion. He said, quote, this fast ice then helps anchor those bergs and glaciers as it thickens into old ice over the years.
I was going to mention
the territorial ownership of this area, Gonz.
It is actually unclaimed.
This is the Canary Cry Antarctica research station.
I think they're saving a piece for us.
I think so. Something is happening in this unclaimed wasteland, though. But the recent research using satellite observations showed the fast ice around parts of Antarctica, including off the coast of Marie Byrd Island, has been decreasing since MODIS records began around 2000. Still, a substantial patch remained at the time of the February image. By March, much of this old fast ice had broken apart. Oh no. According to Fraser Christie, a glacier geophysicist, that's not a real job, at Scott Polar Research Institute at the University of Cambridge, the loss of fast ice may have had further consequences. It is possible, he said, that the quick evacuation of fast ice between February and March, in addition to the longer-term losses, may have contributed to the rifting and ultimate calving of Land Glacier's ice tongue. Can you believe it, Gonz? I can't believe it.
Glacier geophysics is a thing, apparently.
No, it's fake. No, it's a conspiracy. Christie points to a similar instance at the fast-flowing Totten Glacier in East Antarctica, where losses of get out of here, East Antarctica. There are losses of seasonal fast ice have caused the glacier's front to speed up by as much as 100 meters per year. Quote, an increasing body of research has begun to show the important role sea ice plays in congealing together and buttressing both ice tongues and ice shelves.
Whoa. Wow, okay.
Who says I can't make this sound interesting? Notice, Gonz, in the March image that the icebergs appear to be turning west into the direction of the remaining sea ice. Christie explained that the bergs are being carried along with the Antarctic coastal current, which flows westward around the continent parallel to the coastline. The Coriolis effect will also influence the bergs' flow, deflecting them toward the left of their path. Iceberg calving is a natural process for glaciers that terminate in the ocean. Quote, while Land Glacier has been observed to retreat, thin, and speed up in recent years, there's no evidence to suggest that its recent calving is related to anthropogenically forced climate change, Christie said. That's right. Ring that bell, Gonz. Because we have more and more comments from Antarctic scientists working diligently and forcefully to make sure that all this catastrophe in Antarctica is not credited towards climate change. Also, interesting term here, anthropogenically forced climate change.
Yeah.
As if we humans can either force climate change.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can just invite climate change in for a drink, something like that. We're not forcing anything.
We're not forcing you to do anything, man.
Just you change if you want climate. It's up to you. Instead, its behavior most likely reflects the natural calving life cycle common to all Antarctic ice shelves and marine terminating glaciers. The glacier last lost a similar amount of floating ice during the austral winter of 2004. Another stage in the natural life cycle of sea ice is visible in the March image. The growth of new sea ice, baby. The smooth streaks and swirls. Ooh, the smooth streaks and swirls are Nila's young ice that often forms in thin sheets, generally no more than 10 centimeters thick. Note that the green-yellow tinge is largely an effect of low light and automatic color corrections. New ice that appears streaky this ice is streaking, Gonz. New ice that appears streaky is lining up with the direction of surface winds. Ice that displays a swirling pattern is like being pushed around by winds and ocean circulation patterns, or eddies. As the next few winter and summer seasons come and go, scientists are curious to see what becomes of the glacier, icebergs, and sea ice off this part of Marie Byrd Island. Lowe added, quote, we'll be watching to see if the bergs that broke off the land glacier ground and allow a new area of old fast ice to form over the next few years, restabilizing this area. So, once again, Gonz, no. Climate change, at least anthropogenically forced climate change, yes, is not affecting Antarctica. Stop saying that, CNN. The CNN article last episode trying to say that Antarctica is being affected by climate change. Over and over, these scientists are making a point to say that it's not. And just let that young ice streak, baby. Just leave them alone. We're just going to sit here and watch. We're just going to sit here and watch on our satellites.
So Marie Byrd Island, Marie Byrd Land, is an unclaimed region of Antarctica with an area of about 620,000 square miles. It's the largest unclaimed territory on Earth, named after the wife of American naval officer Richard E. Byrd, who explored the region in the early 20th century. Yeah, baby. Richard Byrd flying on down into the hollow earth, the godfather of hollow earthers. It ain't flat. It ain't round. There's a whole world in there and a sun generating energy from within. You want to know where the dinosaurs went? Ask Marie Byrd. She knows the secrets. One of the famous things with Richard Byrd, Admiral Byrd, was that in a 1947 edition of the Chilean paper El Mercurio, there was a little segment that followed. It was an interview. The person writing had a conversation with Admiral Byrd, and he wrote, Admiral Byrd warned today that the United States should adopt measures of protection against the possibility of an invasion of the country by hostile planes coming from the polar regions. The Admiral explained that he was not trying to scare anyone, but the cruel reality is that in case of a new war, the United States could be attacked by planes flying over one or both poles. The statement was made as part of a recapitulation of his own polar experience in an exclusive interview with International News Service. So that's just one of many quotes from Admiral Byrd that suggests something weird is going on down there. And you know what I think, Gonz? I don't think these Antarctic scientists appreciate all of the attention that the climate change people are bringing. I mean, we know weird things are happening down there. We know it's the center of attention from the elites. We know that there are conflicts happening down there that that are, if not hidden, they're just not talked about. You have to catch them in bits and pieces in places like, Canary Cry NewsTalk's Antarctica segment.
where you're getting the Australian and Chinese combatants trying to fight over resources and blasts from space lasers, and this new streaky ice running around free down there. In the meantime, all these Antarctic scientists with their fake made-up job titles and their weird proclivities for watching ice 24/7, I don't think they like the attention. I think they're trying their hardest to get outlets like CNN and other climate change people.
They want the normies to keep it about climate change or something, right?
No. They don't like it. They don't like that. Every time a climate change person gets a bunch of attention, they start talking about Antarctica.
Okay.
Because once you start connecting Antarctica to such a world-ending thing like climate change, if Greta is to be believed, then you're going to have more attention. People trying to visit, people trying to, get their own satellite images, people trying to, it's too much heat, man. And if Antarctica is a place where a number of things might be happening and in different combinations, whether it's sort of interdimensional portals where the Nephilim are setting up shop, or the leftover Nazi technology is being harbored and tested, or proxy wars between the nations of Earth and the Nephilim penguins, whatever the case may be. It needs to be hidden. And the more and more that the climate change people try to connect it, Antarctica that is, to the world-ending apocalypse, you're going to get way too much attention. You're going to get, and that's why repeatedly, over and over, we have literally never read an actual Antarctic scientist claim that that climate change is doing anything down there. The only message that these scientists have sent, the message they're trying to communicate, with their science, is that climate change is not affecting Antarctica. Please stop saying that. Please don't come down here and don't check our internet browsing history. We're just doing our jobs, looking at all these streaking icebergs. So I don't know, man. They don't like the attention, and they're trying their best to keep, fake news outlets from claiming otherwise.
Sure. Yeah. The glacier geophysics position or topic. I found it here on science.org as sort of a definition of glacier geophysics. And it says here, dynamic response of glaciers to changing climate may shed light on processes in the Earth's interior.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a fake job. It doesn't exist. It's a made-up title. They're just They just really like watching ice.
One can recognize in these developments the possibility that concepts derived from the study of glacier flow may be applicable to phenomena of solid deforming deformation deep
job.
in the Earth.
It's not real. It's word salad. It's just a fancy term so they can have the credibility to tell people to stay away. I also think it's interesting, messaging-wise, that they are talking about how the glaciers move left. They go left. Right. Everything goes left around Antarctica. And as we talked about the ideological colonization of Antarctica, which is very clear and very strong, I don't think it's a mistake that not only do trans women climb the mountains, do women of color break records, but also even the icebergs can't help but move left around Antarctica. It's claimed. They have claimed it. It is an ideological colonization, and the scientists don't like it. The scientists want them to stay away.
Do you think they're going to actually try to bid or figure out a way to a country or something else to take that land, the Marie Byrd land mass there that's unclaimed by anybody?
It's going to be claimed by me in about 3 weeks.
Good luck. What are you gonna sell your?
Sell everything I own. Get myself
to Russia.
Get myself on that booze cruise, the Robert Swan influencer booze cruise. I could put the numbers together to get a ticket on that boat.
Sure.
Both social media numbers and money that I'm sure he's charging these poor influencers. And I'll get down there, stake my claim. And hey, if you want it, you want this territory, Putin, come and take it.
Give me a mountain of gold. Let me wrap with this.
All right.
Richard E. Byrd once said, "Christianity has not failed. It is simply that nations have failed to try it. There would be no war in a God-directed world."
I'm telling you, this Admiral Byrd, he spoke truth, man.
Yep.